That should sharpen it up. Check again, Dick. Hi, Marie. How you doing? Let me just move this across to the other screen so I can at least look like I'm looking at you. 2,000 subs, eh, Marie? Made it. Can't believe it. I wouldn't have thought this last year I'd be looking at these numbers. And my computer wants to restart, but I'm not going to let it. Cheers. Thanks, Marcia. Nice to see you. What am I drinking? Right. It's called Birra Morelli. It's Italian. Apparently, it's more popular in Italy than Peroni is. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Emma. Hi, Molly. Thanks, Marie. 2,000. I can't believe we got here. Thanks, everyone. Hi, Shamid. Thanks for joining us. I don't know how long I'll be on. I'm always on these things longer than I ever intend to be. So, Emma, you'll recognise these pictures behind me. And that is a Trinidad and Tobago tourist poster that I managed to get hold of. And I've got the fan going. It's not terribly warm here, but it's I have the fan going because I get hot stuck in this corner with my high-power computer turning out all that heat. Am I in focus all right? Hi, Queen Bee. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody got any questions? Ah, the castle. There you go, Aspen. Look. There you go. Lovely. What do you think of that? Yeah. You're on the computer now. You're up there, look. On my wall. Hi, Alicia. Nice to have you with us. Thank you. I'm in the bottom half of the picture because I'm letting Aspen see that her picture's up there. She sent me a lovely picture, so I'm rather happy with that. Let's bring me back into some more focus. How am I looking? That's a bit better. Hi, Gary. Thank you. Saturday's going so good. Hi, Z Hussein. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Gary, you're in the UK, aren't you, mate? Hi, Mark. How you doing, bruv? Oh, no, I'm not going to go on one of your Mark 5-hour marathon sessions. I've got Old Talk with Taste of Trinity to join a little bit later on. So I was going to do this at 8 p.m, but I started clicking away and I clicked the button that says go live now and I just went live prematurely, which sums up my life, I think. Yeah. So I've got all the things that matter to me real close by. So that's good, isn't it? 9 hours, Mark. I think I was I had you on, even though I couldn't be at my computer. I had your live on for about 3 hours, I think it was. So you got plenty of watch time out of it. Yeah, that will be a reality, Emma. That'll be fabulous. We're all there. Richard, me, Elijah. What's this? Laura, Dad, Maya, Mum, and Aspen up here. Look, that's great, isn't it? California. I thought you were in the UK, mate. Oh dear. Shows how much I know, doesn't it? California, Sunshine State. I'm going to have a beer. That's really good. Molto bene. Anybody got any questions for me? So, 2,000 subs. Quite a few have come in since my recent trip to Trinidad. I would think, looking at my audience stats, about half are from the not half are from the United States, just slightly more than half. And the rest is divided up pretty evenly between Trinidad and the UK. So I've got as many followers, as many viewers in the Trinidad as I've got in the UK so far. So I'm doing all right, I think. I don't drink very often, Mark. I'm not a drinker. Very seldom do I drink, but this is a celebration. Hi, Taster Trini. Thank you very much. Hi, Kyle. Who else we got? Who's new come in? Nalini. Hi, Nalini. Right, just make sure I've got everyone so far. Right, if I haven't mentioned anyone, say now. I shall shout your name out. You're going to drink one with me, Molly. All right, cheers, Molly. This one, in case anybody new's joined us, is called Birra Moretti, which is Italian beer. It's really good, actually. It's really nice. Yeah. So, you always feel like you've got to fill the dead space with talking like they do on the TV. So I suppose I should really. Oh, hi, Scott. How you doing? Real Show Barbecue and Mark's Remarks. They're both channels. Get over there and have a look. And if you like what you see, and you probably will, give them a thumbs up and subscribe. Yeah. If you saw my videos on the Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce, I did 2 in which it starred. And I got the inspiration for that from the Real Show Barbecue, from Scott, who does quite a few videos on barbecue equipment, and they're really good informative videos. And Mark's Remarks. Mark is the king of thrift. When it comes to food, Mark can put a meal on the table for what I would call pocket change. And he gets really inventive and really creative with his meals. So get along to Mark if you're on a budget. He's the guy to watch. You're welcome, Scotty. Right. Yes, it is, Mark. Yeah. When you add the at symbol before the name, you've got to get the syntax of the name exactly right and put the at symbol in front of it. It's like with Gary, you would put at Gary space S, and then you would be able to highlight his name. Yeah. So I don't see this being a particularly long video. Yeah, and don't forget, Taster Trini's on and watching with us right now. This evening, those of you who are subscribed to her will get a notification for Old Talk, which is a live show. But it's normally on about 11 p.m. UK time. So if you go to the right of Taste of Trini's name, you should see 3 little dots. If you hover over it, you'll see 3 dots. If you click on that, you can go to channel. You can actually go to her channel and have a look at what she does. And that's the same with the Real Show Barbecue and Mark's Remarks. Are there any other people on here with sites? No, don't think so. But I always love to go on Old Talk, which is Taste of Trini's weekly live show, because I'm catching up with all my Trini friends and the expats Trinis across the globe who we like to keep in touch with, and also other people like me who are interested in Trini and other Caribbean foods. What am I cooking next? Well, what am I cooking next? I'm kind of doing mostly salads at the moment. Tomorrow, because it's Sunday, my brother and I are on a diet which has been pretty draconian, so we're actually doing rather well. Oh, Les Forever's another one. She's just joined us. Hi, Les Forever. Go there for inspiration. Les Forever you cannot move away from a Les Forever video without feeling better about yourself. So get on there. As I said before, go to the right of the image, the name or her entry now at the bottom, the 3 vertical dots, and you should be able to go to a channel. So I'm great, Les Forever. Thank you. What was I saying before? Somebody remind me. Salad, that was it. So I'm eating mainly salads. Me and my brother, we're losing inches from around our waistline. And this is probably a very good thing to discuss with you. And that is, it's the language we use to ourselves. And I know it's in very common use, but it kind of highlighted it for me today when I was speaking on another friend's channel. And we often use the word we want to lose weight. Well, that's not strictly true, is it? We want to lose fat. And if you are losing fat and doing a lot of exercise, you'll be putting on muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So you hit what they call the wall, where you don't lose any more weight. You're actually getting a lot fitter, but you're not losing weight, because the euphemism losing weight isn't serving you very well. Hi, Shadow 9. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, and like Taste of Trini says, muscle weighs more. So you can get disheartened. So quite a lot of people who are slimming and doing a lot of exercise, they are losing a lot of fat, but they're actually putting weight on because muscle is much more dense and it weighs more. So be careful of the language you use to yourself is what I would say. A similar sort of idea is where people you ask 100 people what they want, and most of them will say money. Well, that's not strictly true either, is it? What do you want? You don't want money. Money's a barrier to what you want. Money's getting in the way of what you want. What you want is the choices that money gives you. That's what you want. All the chats disappeared for me. Oh, it's just come back. So let's read them out while we're there. Salads are great. I do like salads. I'm going to make some. I picked up some nectarines. I don't know if you have them where you live, but a nectarine is a bit like it's a little like a peach. It's a cross between a plum and a peach. It's about 2/3 the size of a peach. The flesh is very similar to that of a peach. And I've got some that are a little slightly hard, so they're perfect for making chow. And since Taste of Trini taught me how to make chow, I'm addicted and I crave it every other day. I've got to have it. So, yeah, it is. It's firmer than a peach. It's got nicer flesh, like Marie says there. Subject close to my heart as a former nutrition therapist. Yeah, that's it. They do lose faith because they don't think they're getting anywhere at all, and I blame it on the that the euphemism, it's crept into common use, and I don't think anything is by accident. Personally, I think things are happen pretty much by design, and I suspect that making you think about losing weight all the time it probably serves the medical and the food industry rather well, because it isn't serving us that well. So where are we? Ashley, hi Ashley, how you doing? Nice to have you with us. Thanks for joining us. If you want the best recipe for chow, go to Taste of Trini's and just do a search under her channel for chow, and you'll see it's I think first or second thing that comes up. And most chow, am I right in saying that the dressing for most chows are pretty interchangeable? Pretty much, I would think. But I kind of like it hot. The first time I had chow was probably the first time I went to Trinidad. But this second time, we had some chow over at Sunhill's place across the road where the family sort of orchard plantation is, and that was pretty delicious. I have to say, it was really delicious. And then Taste of Trinity did another one at the River Lime, but that was real fray your lips, burny hot, and I really like that. Oh, you got to start driving, Les Forever. Where are you driving to, lovely? Where are you going? Anywhere nice? I'm actually moderating my carbohydrate intake more than I'm my fat. I'm concentrating a lot more. Your body metabolizes carbohydrates, excess carbohydrates as fat, where your body tends not to metabolize fat the same way. Perhaps Emma from Flavor of Life could explain it a little better than that. New notepad getting full of Trini recipes. You've got the bug like me, Emma. You've got the Trini bug. Yeah. It's a bit like Lebanon is to the Arab world, Trinidad is to the Caribbean, like France is to the Europe. It's got this reputation of having super food, and Lebanon's the same in the Middle East. It's got this reputation for having probably the best food in the Levant. And again, with France has a reputation for having wonderful food, and deservedly so. French food is amazing. French, not poncy French food, and I don't go for that. But what I really go for is the good old-fashioned classic French recipes: boeuf bourguignon, Normandy pork, and the ones you'll see me do on my site. Yeah, pepper is life, Marie. Spoken like a proper Trini. Pepper is life. Your chow made me sweat and dribble. I tell you, Taste of Trini, it really made me sweat and dribble. It's like you can only have so much before your lips start to fray at the edges. Oh dear. Yeah, chow. A good chow burns you at both ends of the alimentary. Alimentary, my dear Watson. But a birthday party for your mother-in-law, so we are taking her there, but she doesn't know the party is for her. It's a surprise. Oh, well, that's wonderful. Nothing quite like a surprise party. That's really nice. What a beautiful gesture. Hi, Andrew. How you doing, mate? Yeah, you talked me into it, Andrew. And when I saw, I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I just happened to click on my dashboard today and look at it, and it said 2002. So I thought I'd better get on and thank you guys for putting me here. Shah-C, yay! How you doing? Hi, Shah. Thanks for all your support. You've been there Seems really close to the beginning, and I really appreciate that. Yeah. Plum chow. It's peppery and hot. Oh, Molly, I can just taste that right now. I need that. I need it in my life. I'll have to run down after this and start chopping up my nectarines. Yeah. Right. What's Alicia saying? True tasted Trini, good pepper chow. Yeah, you've got to have pepper. You've got to have pepper, Alicia. That is an absolute fact. And hi and welcome, by the way. Yeah. And destination abroad, but that might be perfect for me. Okay, but I'll warn you, I save most of my pennies to go to Trinidad these days. I will probably go and visit Emma in Nova Scotia as well, because I've had an invite to go there, so very kindly. So I'll probably go there sometime in the not too distant future. Hi, Sharma. Pineapple chow. I don't think I've had pineapple chow. That's a good idea, though. Oh, Trinidad. Oh, yeah, I've heard of Trinidad, Andrew. Yeah. I kind of have a recollection about Trinidad. Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's a place that got under my skin. It got into my heart real quick. And if you go, I warn you, anyone who's never been to Trinidad, if you go there, you'll just fall in love with it. You fall in love with Trinidad, especially if you're foodie. Adam, how you doing, bruv? Thank you, mate. Thank you. Adam's another one. He's got a great channel. So remember what I said, the 3 dots to the right of his entry there, and you'll be able to go to his channel, have a look, see what he's doing. If you like what he's doing, give him a thumbs up and subscribe and ding, 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 ring his bell. We're on the hunt for a single Trini woman. they're trying to match make me. I've got a terrible reputation for breaking hearts, don't you? I'm done breaking hearts. I always say I'm done breaking hearts. Yeah. Yeah, get me all match made. Why do I not add adverts to my video? I think it's still under review, Mark. I don't think they like me because of my political views. And my political views are I hate politicians. In fact, I hate them so much, I get up earlier in the morning so I can hate them longer. I think it was Voltaire or Pasteur, no, Voltaire, I think, who said that the running of a country is far too delicate a matter to trust to politicians. I think that's true. Why, are you a politician, Mark? Yeah, there's another saying that the very fact somebody wants to be a politician should automatically bar them from being one. And Bob Hope famously said, you can always tell when a politician's lying because their lips move. What's happening? Hot sada roti, baigan choker for breakfast every day. Oh, I could just do that every day. Or that breakfast she did me, the one that's appeared in my latest video. Oh no, I haven't put it up yet. There's a breakfast that Taste of Trini did for me that's coming up on my video I'm going to be releasing tomorrow. So watch for that one. And that was fry bake, there was sardines, eggs, and anyway, I can't remember, but it'll come up on my video. You'll see that. A typical Trinidad meal. I think one of the best things about Trinidad is that there isn't a typical meal. There are archetypical things that they'll eat when they go out, like street food, like doubles. Look up Trini doubles. If you go on to Taste of Trini, you can see her name here. Just click onto her channel and have a look at doubles. She does the best doubles recipe on the internet that I've seen, bar none. And she likes it a little bit runny, like I do. So have a look at that. When they go to the beach, they like bacon shark, which is one of those fry bakes I told you about earlier. Only they stuff it with slivers of battered shark, breaded shark meat, and then they fill it full of salad. And really, it's all the toppings they put on that really make it amazing. For home meals, I don't think there's anything particularly typical, but they will often eat some kind of roti. They're fairly heavy on carbohydrates in their cuisine, but a lot of delicious, wonderful, spicy things. You really need to go on Taste of Trini's website channel and have a look at what she does. That'll give you a sort of insight. And Trinidadians are well known in the Caribbean for their wonderful food. Maracas Beach, the condiments, it's so true. It's so true. I did that with Taste of Trini, and it was a pretty blustery and rainy day, but we went there anyway. For me, it was the bacon shark made it. I actually prefer bacon shrimp, but we won't go into that. Pilau, roti. Yeah, pilau's nice. It's it's a rice dish, a bit like a pilau rice, where everything goes in. It's a one-pot meal with rice. And I suppose you could draw similarities with paella and Andalusian paella with all the stuff in it. That's kind of, but Trini, there is nothing quite like a Trini pilau. There's nothing quite like it that I've eaten elsewhere. Paella is lovely, but it's not the same. The Welsh wind fell. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Anyone else? Who else has asked questions? You would love Nova Scotia, such a charming place. I was thinking one day it would be awesome to get Taste of Trini and Pete Thomas here for a visit. I can imagine that. That might happen. You never know, because it's not such a long trip for Taste of Trini, and it's really not such an awful long trip for me either. So, in fact, Taste of Trini could probably drive up there on a long day. Thanks, Adam, for subbing at Taste of Trini. All right, Taste of Trini. Thanks, lovely. Big love. And I'll probably see you tonight at Old Talk. Hi, Malkania. Hiya. Malkania Gina, namaste. Malkania's got a nice channel. She recently did a vlog of a drive around the foothills of the Himalayas. You've got to go and look at that. It is the most staggeringly beautiful place on earth, probably. Just go look. Check out her channel, Malkania Kitchen, right here, and go and have a look at one of her recent. I think it is the most recent video. I think. Am I right? I don't know. All right, Emma. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, lovely, and big love to you and all the lovelies. Hi, Sharina. How are you? Thanks for joining us. How long have we been on now? Half an hour so far. So that's good. Right, I'm having another drink of my beer. If anybody's got any questions, ask now while I'm sipping. Oh, are you off? Are you off, Molly? All right, lovely. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you coming along. Anybody got any questions before I cut you loose? Oh, hi, Usha. How are you? I'm not going to make this one too long. What got you started to give it a go? I think we all went through the same process, didn't we? I guess, where we looked at it, we thought, oh, I could do that, and thought, for me, it wasn't the idea of becoming rich and famous and earning loads of money. It's more because I'm quite a realist. I'm never going to be the sort of glamorous type that they're going to flock to in droves, and enough to make any money, that's for sure. I think I follow Mark Weens. If any of you know Mark Weens. Hi, Charlie. Thank you. I don't know if any of you seen Mark Weens. If you don't, where have you been for the last, 2 years? Hi, Anita. Nice to have you along. Thank you. I went to his channel because I was kind of looking at. He also gives some advice on how to start your own channel off, and a few helpful tips from someone I really, really admire. And because I was thinking of doing a foodie one, it really made sense to watch, to look at his tips. If you want to become a millionaire, ask a millionaire. Don't ask a bloke down the pub. The millionaire can tell you, but the bloke down the pub could tell you, but only one of them really knows, right? So I went to Mark Weens' site, and he said, you might not believe the opportunities that will come your way when you start doing this. And I bore that in mind. And I didn't know what kind of style to adopt. And I'd been watching Taste of Trini for about 10 months to a year by that time, because she'd been going that long. And I thought, I really like her style, because she's just to me, she struck me as just a beautiful, gentle, homesick girl who craved for the food of her homeland. And I was fairly close to the truth with that analogy, although she's a very happily married lady living in New York. But she craves and misses her homeland a lot, like you would. And I kind of liked her style, and I thought, well, that's the style I'd like to adopt. Informative. Not my personal style is perhaps a little more chatty, but that's probably down to the differences in our personalities. But it's all substance, with Taste of Trini, it's substance, because she knows what she's talking about. She really does, and all the recipes work. And there are an awful lot of chefs out there, and not that many of their recipes work. When it comes down to the ordinary guys doing their home cooking on YouTube channels, the recipes always work, because if they don't work, they wouldn't be there, would they? Right? Strictly Dumpling, yeah, he's all right as well. I think he's Chinese American, isn't he? And he concentrates a lot on Chinese food, and I do like his style. He's really good. Where are we? There's also there's another one I like. The food range is all right too. He's been doing some pretty extreme, far away things. Like he did the far northwest of China. You know, the Muslim north west of China. Wow, crazy stuff he did. Hi, Qatar. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. See you later, Andrew. Thanks for joining us, mate. Who else we got? Who are your favourite YouTubers? Let me know. Put it in. Write it down below who your favourite YouTubers are. I'll give you a hint. Thank you, Qatar. Thank you. Have I come across negativity, ignorance from friends, family about what you do on YouTube? No, I've had quite a lot of encouragement from the guys I work with. I've had encouragement from my daughter. I don't really have any. No, not really. I can't say I have. There are other YouTubers that overtly and covertly are not too friendly, but there you go. You can't help them. They don't understand that competition is actually good for business. They seem to think that you're in their way, which is a bit silly, but there you go. Yeah, I don't. If it does happen, I'm probably just ignoring it because I don't go with the negative waves. I don't really go with it. I don't encourage it. I don't know. I like a bit of gossip, like a bit of subterfuge, like most people do, but I don't really go along with all that stupid negativity. It doesn't serve any purpose at all. Oh, Kartaji, namaste. Sushin, what up? Hi, Sushin. Oh dear, Sushin, you fell down. Pain. Slaughter Food Creations and Caribbean Pot. Yeah, I like Chris as well. And Paulie is really good. I love Paulie. When his channel first popped up to me, I thought, yeah, this guy's good. He's a bit of quality, you know, and he injects a bit of humor into it as well, which I really enjoy. Yeah. Thanks, Carter. Yeah, I love Reshmi's live. I love Taste of Trini live. It's wonderful. Yeah, and Chris is really good. You know, he's the lowdown on. He's actually an expat Trini, isn't he? Living in the United States or Canada, I think, one of the two. I think he lives in Ontario. I think so, in Canada. Hi, my sunshines. My sunshines is another one who's got an excellent channel. Really good short videos that pack an awful lot of information into a very short space of time. I really like that channel. So you know, if you want to follow a really good foodie channel, but you don't have an awful lot of time, that's really the one you need to be watching, because she does pack a lot of information into a real short space of time. So make sure you get over and check out my sunshines. Yeah, you're welcome, my sunshines. Canada, yeah, I thought it was Canada. Yeah, England. Here in the UK, it's cooled off considerably. We've had a bit of wind, a bit of rain, I actually live in North Wales, which is also part of the United Kingdom. Where are you? Thanks, Marconia. So Alicia likes any channel that's connected to Trinidad and Tobago. Alicia, don't you live in Tobago, lovely? Tobago. Curry, crab and dumplings, Tobago. That's a dish. That's a dish. Curry, crab and dumpling. Anita, I don't know if Anita's here. Missing some good Trini food there, Pete. Preferably cooked by Batman. I'll be in Trinidad again before too long. You watch. It's hot in Trinidad. Yeah. Poor Sushan's in pain. Fell over. All you can do really is make sure you've stopped it getting any worse and take some painkillers and give it some rest. Curry goat and dal puri today. Wow. Oh. Kartaji, I'm from England. I was born in Nottinghamshire, in Nottingham. I now live in North Wales, which is part of the United Kingdom. If I could... Oh, that's a hell of a question. If I could only ever have one type of meal for the rest of my life, what would it be? It would have to have everything in it. Oh, it's difficult. It would probably be something... If you ask me on 10 different days, I'd probably give you 10 different answers. But I would probably... The way I'm thinking right now, it would probably be something like pilau or paella, because it's got everything in it. It's got the rice, the meat, the chicken, the vegetables, and it's got delicious. Delicious has to be in the equation. So yeah, something like that. Bulgur wheat pilafs, pilafs, paella, and Trini pilau, that sort of thing. That would do me nicely. And I could eat it every day and not have a problem. Good question, Adam. Cheers. Roast beef dinner, mate. Yeah, it's a good meal. It's a good meal. It's the meal that put us on the map. The French called us les roast beef. Yeah, I put frozen peas on mine. If I get a damaged ankle or something, I put a bag of frozen peas on it. Trinbago food, Alicia. You got it. Sushin is a big fan of the Royals. Oh, well, there you go. Come visit Windsor Castle and Buckingham Palace, and up to Scotland and visit Balmoral Castle. That's all their places. What's my favourite Jamaican food? All right, I've got a nice story about this. There was one day when I'd reached a pretty low ebb in my life, and I think I'd just split up with a girlfriend, and I was feeling pretty miserable about it. And this would have been around about 1997, round about there. So about 21 years ago. And my friend Matt had a Jamaican girlfriend called Maria, who he later married. They're now separated, I believe. But Maria had cooked and brought me this beautiful Jamaican dish called akis and saltfish. And akis are amazing, and saltfish is amazing, and it's quintessentially Jamaican. It's the uber Jamaican breakfast. So rice and ackee, nyam gran, love it. Roast beef, Trinidadian. What's your favourite? So that's Marie's answer. If you're on death row, what be Mark? If I was on death row, what would be my last meal? The way I'm feeling right now, it would be mango chow. I really fancy. I'm craving it right now, but I've been craving it ever since I first had it. I think mango chow. I think chow in general has got drugs in it to make you want more. Meghan Markle. Oh yeah, she's an actress in Suits. Yeah, she's a beautiful girl. Really is beautiful, and quite a talented actress, I believe. Hi, Rangoli G. Namaste. Rangoli is a very funny lady, very talented lady. She does comedy. It's I think mostly in Hindi, but I watch it just for the expressions on her face. I think she's amazing. She's very, very talented, and so if you speak Hindi, that is a great channel to visit. She's really funny. Big Jamaican cut. I like a lot of Jamaican food. I love saltfish fritters. I love jerk, Jamaican jerk chicken, and jerk pork. Jerk barbecue is awesome. I love jerk, and it originated in Jamaica. I think all the Caribbean islands do their own version of it, but I kind of grew up with Jamaican jerk, and I love it. Awesome. And I love Jamaican fry fish as well. Oh, I could go on all day about Jamaican food. Love Jamaican food. You seem by Reshmi's home. You've been adopted, Sushan. Yeah, I've heard. Dan, mate. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. And you're most welcome, mate. Yeah, thanks a lot. You have a Jamaican community. Yeah, well, I grew up in for a lot of my youth in Nottingham, so that had I was from Sneinton in Nottingham, which is a very cosmopolitan part, and I was one of. There weren't that many white kids of European origin in that area. There were quite a few Italian lads and quite a few Irish, and but ethnic English guys, there weren't that many in the area where I grew up. So, but there was lots of Jamaicans. Yeah, akis and saltfish. It is good though, isn't it? It's really good. Hey up. Yeah, that's it. Hey up, me duck. Authentic Indian food. I love. Yeah, the way that Trinis of Indian origin and Indians cook is different, and you can't just say Indian food, because when most people say Indian food, British people in particular are talking about Indian restaurant food, which isn't really like real Indian home cooked food. In fact, British Indian restaurant style is rather different to real Indian food. That's why I go a lot on the the Indian channels because I like to learn the sort of foods I had from my neighbors when I lived next door to Indian families, for instance. I'm celebrating with this, Dan, which is Birra Moretti, Italian Moretti lager, which is really nice, actually, really good. So hang on, now I'm catching up. Talk amongst each other for a minute. Hi, Computer, how you doing? That's another channel you need to get to. Go on Computer's channel, have a click, see if you like it. If you like it, thumbs up, subscribe, and ring his bell. And that's the same with all the people here. If you do have a channel, right, and you want people to have a look at your channel, put an X now in the comments. Just put an X there so other people can see that you have a channel. Thank you, my sunshines, and thanks for joining us, lovely. Thank you. I'm not monetized yet, Computer. I'm still on the blooming waiting list for it. I was dragging my feet. I got to 1,000, and then I was umming and ahhing over whether I wanted to monetize it at all, because that really isn't the focus of what I'm doing. I'm really just trying to leave a legacy here. But I thought, well, yeah, rather than them earn all the money, why shouldn't I earn a bit for myself? So it was only a couple of weeks ago I clicked to say, have a look. So I think they're dragging their feet over it. They probably don't like my political views. Hi, bye, Alicia. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it is a nice beer. It's a bit warm now, though. I'll let it get warm through talking. What percentage is that, Dan? 4.6% by volume, mate. It's all right. I don't like them much stronger than that. Blimey, 29th of July. Yeah. I remember that was... she died in 97, Princess Diana. A long time ago, 21 years ago. Thanks, Sam. Welcome. And I found a brilliant shop near me that has a vast array of spices, the likes I've never seen before. I bought something called halloon seeds. Halloon seeds. One thing I can tell you, Adam, is I've been looking and finding spices since I was 20. I'm 60 now, so 40 years. Nearly every spice goes by 2 or 3 different names. In India alone, there are several languages, so it'll be called different names. So if you can, the best way to do it is to find out the Hindi name for it, because the Hindi is kind of homogenous. It's the language that is used all over the Indian subcontinent and into the Arab world as well. They'll use the Hindi terms for their spices, apart from their indigenous ones like sumac and things like that, which they'll use the Arabic names for them. I don't know. I've never. I don't know halloon seeds. I might know them by a different name. I really love ajwain seeds. I love ajwain seeds. It's the seed of a primitive type of carrot, so it's really good with any tap roots. If you're cooking up, roasting, or boiling any kind of tap root, from swede to turnip to carrot and parsnips, use some of that, because it will be your new best mate. Trust me. Marie posts. Marivan's on Instagram. There you go. I'll have to look that up. One sec. Let's see. Just checking out my phone. So IG Maria Vans. How do you find stuff on Instagram? I'm rubbish at this. Oh, there you go. Mara Van Mara Van ZZ. Come on. It's not finding you. Maybe I'm... Is it Marie Vans? Not finding you yet, Marie, but mine, you should be able to find mine through Taste of Trini's. Bri, New York. Hi, Bri. Tikka masala. Fish and chips was the British favourite for forever. Certainly for all of my life. Up until the 80s, and then some bright spark Indian guy in Manchester invented chicken tikka masala, and it took the UK by storm. And now curry of most types, Indian style curries, British Indian restaurant curries, are the most popular food in the UK now. So there you go. That's that is really the way it is. Let's bring this down a bit. How's that? That's better. Right. So where are we? Trini food is awesome. It's completely blown me away. The street food is mind-bogglingly good. If you think Trinidad's a nation of some 1.3, 1.4 million people, but there's a mind-boggling array of wonderful street food in Trinidad. From their world-famous doubles to baigani, so many wonderful street foods, and bacon shark and pylori and things like that. They just go on to Taste of Trini's channel and have a look at some of the dishes and give them a try, and then you'll end up where I am. And this one is afraid of injections. Oh, I know that's not easy, Sushin. Injections. Yeah, it might offset the cost of making my videos. That's a good point, Mark. I mean, it won't be a lot of money. The only people getting rich on this are people with millions of views. I mean, millions. People like PewDiePie, it's got 7 million or something. You're welcome, computer. Hi, Nesha G. How you doing? All right. Nesha Reshma. That's another good name. Reshma Reshmi means, I believe it means noble, which is a great name, like Adele does in English and French. England and India. Yeah, I do too. Apparently they are called acerio seeds. Acerio. I still don't know. I've not come across that, Adam. So you've got do something. Find a recipe and do it, and put it up, and we can do a collab on that. You do something with it, and then I'll do something with it. That'll work, won't it? Put you down as 60, Pete. I thought you would. That's very kind of you, sir. Thanks, Sam. Thank you, Sam. All right, mate. Get yourself a bargain. I know you will. I don't even need to question that. You will get a bargain. Murg Makhani. A little bit like, isn't it? Yeah. A chicken. Makhani chicken. Thank God I caught Uncle on a live. What is the time in Wales? We're right now. It's 8:32 p.m. We're nearly always 5 hours ahead of you in Trinidad. Thanks, computer. That's good. That's what we need. We need the watch time. Really, the likes are good, but it's the watch time really in it that makes a big difference. The comments do too. The traffic on your comments, it will help push you into the limelight. So I always try and comment on people's videos if I can, if I've got time. My grandmom is making pylori for us this afternoon. Oh, lucky you, Sushan. Pylori's nice. What sauce do you like? What dressings do you like on your pylori, Sushan? And any other Trinis? What sort of things do you like on your pylori? For those who don't know what a pylori is, how do you explain what it is? It's like a little yeasty dough ball that's fried. They are rather delicious. They're savoury, but it's what they put on them that really makes them special. They do taste nice intrinsically, but they dip them in pommes sauces and things like that. Taste of Trini's sister Mandy, she loves pylori. She's like totally addicted to them, and she has them, likes them with pommes sauce. Okay, authentic for the first time, and it was delicious. First dish I made. Yeah, I don't cook terribly authentic Indian food. I go to the Indian YouTube channels to find out how to cook proper Indian food. Indian spicing and the whole process of making Indian food tends to be is considerably different to that of British Indian restaurant style, and also Trinidadian styles of cooking are significantly different. They're great each is great in its own right, but you need to be aware that they are different styles of cookery. Thanks, Mary. Gary's on the earthquake belt, boy. Yeah. I don't live in Trinidad, Carol. I live in the United Kingdom. I visit Trinidad as often as I can. I've been there twice now. I went last August and I've just got back from being there in June. Yeah, the fireworks are great. The best fireworks show I ever saw was when I lived in Hong Kong. I was on an island called Stonecutters Island, and where Stonecutters Island was probably the best place in the whole of Hong Kong to view the fireworks. So we sit up on the Artillery Hill in Stonecutters Island and watch the fireworks go off. Awesome. Mango chutney, but most of the time. Yeah, you like mango with your pylori, yeah. Oh, plain. Yeah. I'm sure some people love it plain. Like little yeasty fried dough balls. Absolutely gorgeous they are. Tamarind sauce, especially on tahina. Yeah. Tamarind sauce is great. I love the tamarind sauce. I like it on bacon shark as well. Sahina pylori, Accra baigani. I love baigani. Love doubles. I love Accra too. The little they're like the Trini version of saltfish fritters, and they're really good. Life-changing earthquake. Oh dear. Just be careful, Gary. Don't go falling in any crevices, mate. Am I thinking about moving to Trini permanently? Daily. Yeah. It's not a reality for me yet, but it might be after I retire. Yeah, I'd be earthquake paranoid if I lived in the earthquake belt. I was only ever in one minor earth tremor, and it was terrifying. Tin of soup. Andrew, soup doesn't come in tins. It's so easy to make. I ought to do a whole thing of soups because they're really so easy to do. I just throw anything into a saucepan with a stock cube, and get one of those hand blenders, and make sure it's a metal hand blender with a metal rod and metal blade, and just zhuzh it with that and turn it into a soup. It's too easy. Once you start making your own soups, you'll never go back. For the Ferragost, read it and weep. Andrew is a bit of a card. Hi, Susie. How you doing? Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Nice to see you here. It's a popular meal in the UK. Computar's got it right. It's fish and chips. It's very popular. Very popular indeed. For street food. There are a few Indian street food places that open up, and quite a few from Caribbean. If you go in the big cosmopolitan cities, they do street food. There's even one young lady that does Trini food, street food. I think she's in Camden Town. I think she's actually a white Trini girl, but she is a Trini girl, and she does Trini food. I do need to come there. Fish and chips. So yeah, very, very popular. In the UK, we're also kebabs are very popular, especially doner kebabs, lamb doner kebabs. So they're very popular. Samosas are very, very popular in the UK as a snack food, especially in areas. The best samosas. I used to go to this place in Southall in London and get my samosas there, and I always used to buy like twice as many as I needed, but I always ended up eating them somehow. I used to like the vegetable samosas best. Fish and chips, very, very popular. The most popular food in the UK is chicken tikka masala. It's an Anglo-Indian dish thought up by Indians, expats who live in Manchester. Eccentricity. We could probably, in fact, we do. We export eccentricity, the Monty Python and that sort of thing, and Spike Milligan and all those great comedians. Peter Cook, Dudley Moore, eccentric. They're all eccentric. All our famous people. John Cleese, eccentric. They're all eccentric. A German kebab place opened up near you. Best German kebab. Very fresh and non-greasy. We used to get a thing called doner kebabs in America are called gyros or gyros, as they say. In Germany, a doner kebab is called gyros, which is the bread was generally softer, we found, in Germany than it was the pita bread in the UK. German kebab shop. German street food is really good too. I really enjoy it. I don't really know. I used to enjoy Bhangra music, but I don't really know any Indian songs. Oh, you've been doing errands, Susie. Ramila. Oh, right. Okay. Fish and chips. Going to my favourite pub next week, the King's Head in Santa Monica. You really? Yeah. Yeah, fish and chips. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ger- German are good at street food. Their street foods. Their sausages are excellent, and um, they're sort of, they call them schnell im Biss, which means a quick grill. Um, they have schnell im Biss. The British soldiers in Germany used to call them schnellies, of course. And the favourite dish among the British soldiers there was for ordinary carry snack food. It was currywurst, which was a German bratwurst sausage dressed with a curry ketchup. Very, very popular among the Brits and Germans. And my favourite German dish altogether was probably Jägerschnitzel, which is a breaded veal cutlet dressed in a mushroom forestier type sauce. Superb. I'll mail you some Princess hot dogs, Pete, if you like. I'll take a rain check on the Princess hot dogs, mate. They're nasty, aren't they? They really are nasty. I don't. Give them the dog. Your dog will like them, maybe. All right, Computar, thanks for joining us, mate. And don't forget, go over to his website and check him out. He does reviews and stuff on tech equipment. Really good. Check him out. He's also got a good sense of humor like that. Hi, Tamara. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Is the stiff Turkish bread they often serve? Yeah, yes, Sam. I agree. If you've ever had Mexican food, there's a Mexican food apart from the crispy tacos, the tacos and carnitas and that they serve on tortillas. The tortillas are lovely and soft and light, and they really are good. The Trini flatbreads are the same. They're soft and light and really delicious. The other thing I don't like about doner kebab is that it sets like grey candle wax at room temperature. So I tend to prefer, Turkish cuisine is wonderful cuisine. If you getting away from the street food stuff that we have in the UK, doner kebabs and that, which is all right in its own right, but it's not a patch on genuine Turkish food. Real Turkish food is, in my opinion, it's one of the world's great cuisines. It's like, Chinese or French or Thai. It's a really great cuisine in and of itself. Fabulous food, Turkish. Italy, great food. Italy, the boat bread. I like the Italian boat bread, but it goes stale real quick. It's a bit like genuine French sticks in France. You've got to have lots of recipes that use breadcrumbs and things like that, because the bread is only really, and the Italian boat bread is only really good on the day it's sold. Really, it goes downhill very rapidly overnight. I tend to like. I'm not very British in the way I eat. I like gelatinous textures, and I like eating the skin and things like that. I like kidneys and liver and all those chitlins and tripe. I love all that sort of thing. So I'm not very British when it comes to my food taste. And I love Polish food. Oh, God, Polish food is gorgeous. And the bread. Hi, Veshma. I've met Veshma. Hi, Veshma. Met Veshma and we had a hug, didn't we? That was nice. It's lovely to meet you, Veshma. It was really nice. Everyone say hi to Veshma. Yeah, that's she making pylori. I'm going to have to give. Oh, blimey. Oh, I'm glad about that, Sushin. Oh, that's great. Good news that she's back on her feet. Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget, Trinis, we got to be on Old Talk Live tonight. That'll be coming up in just over 2 hours, I would think. Yeah. Right. Has anybody got any last questions? Because I'm going to cut you loose. I've been on an hour and a quarter, hour and 20 minutes. So I'm thinking of curtailing it in the next sort of 5 minutes. So if you got any last questions, thank you. The most exotic dish I have eaten. In Hong Kong, actually, it wasn't in Hong Kong. It was in Macau. We went to a seafood restaurant in Macau, and I ate a sea slug. And it was absolutely delicious. It was the best thing on the table. It was gorgeous. Thank you, Veshma. Sea slug, yeah. I've eaten quite a lot of exotic things. I'm rather adventurous. I've eaten chicken feet. In fact, if you eat Trini food, if you do like stewed chicken, the feet will be in there. It's in the dish with everything. Same as the palaus. They don't cut it out. It all goes in for flavour. And people like me fight over who's going to get the chicken feet because I love them. Yeah, I just love all that. Chicken. Yeah, I love chicken foot sauce. I love pig foot sauce, pig's trotters sauce. Wow, lovely. I like Jira pork as cutters. Fabulous food, Trini. I could go on and on for hours about Trini street food and still have loads to say. Trini's here will tell you the same. You could just talk for hours about it and never tire. I've eaten frog's legs. Yes, I have. They're rather good, actually. I know it sounds a bit cliched, but they're a bit like chicken. Frog's legs. Frog's legs are known to the British through French food, but they entered French food probably through the French Indochina colonies of Vietnam and Cambodia, Laos, those sort of places are where they eat frogs. The frogs are part of their diet. Yeah. If you want to see me live, get more people to sign up. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be afraid of frog. Frog's all right, actually. It's tasty. There isn't an awful lot to it, but the little bit of meat you do get from frog's legs is rather delicious. So yeah, quite nice. I went into a French restaurant and I said to the waitress, I said, "Have you got frog's leg?" She said, "Oui, monsieur." And I said, "Well, hop over the counter and get me a cheese sandwich." If Trinidadian food didn't exist, what would you talk about? I'd probably talk about my army career or something like that. Yeah, probably talk about that. That was an exciting time of my life. Some of it was, anyway. Some people have irrational fears. I mean, I know people who have irrational fears. I can understand fears like spiders and that. If you watch my recent video of the flowers, the flower power video, there's a dirty great spider in the middle of that on some bananas that I filmed while I was in Australia, and she was a big spider. I mean, real big. She'd have filled my palm. She was that big. Huge spider. I believe they have some big spiders in Trinidad too, but I didn't see any really big ones. Anacondas I'd be afraid of them. I've never seen an anaconda. Every snake I ever saw was getting away from me as fast as it could go. Afraid of frogs. Uncle Richard's fine. Thank you, Veshma. He's probably watching some program about handguns. He loves the piss. We're not allowed to have any kind of handguns in the UK, but we can certainly watch them on YouTube, and he likes watching that. He's an engineer, so he likes anything to do with engineering as well. I'd definitely be afraid of anacondas. Susie, I'd talk about my army life, but I really don't have time. I served 17 years in total, and I was mostly in logistics. A lot of that time in field force logistics, also in ammunition, explosives. I also did bomb disposal. So I've had quite a varied career. Sushin, 19. I was 19 in 1976. I was in Canada in 1976 when I was 19. Oh, it's a bit warm now. All right. You got to be nice to Sushin at the moment. Injured his foot. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to cut you loose now, and thanks for joining. So, big love to everybody, and a special big love to that wonderful island of Trinidad and the twin islands of Trinidad and Tobago, and big love to all of you, wherever you may be, from North Wales and from Lazy Cook HQ here in North Wales. And I'll catch some of you a little later on Taste of Trini's Old Talk Live. So see you there. Bye now.